Thanks for coming. Good to see you. I was walking about it.
Well, actually, this is good for you. He lives in Carolina. So that's okay.
All right. Nice camera.
That's right.
Where is like?
I don't know.
And decaf coffee, some brownies, and some cookies. So we're donating we're not ready to start
Okay. Mary is coming. She wants to be coming.
Yeah, actually, I just got off the phone with Laura. To get an opportunity to thank you all for coming out. We do have some hot refreshments at the rec center. Some decaf coffee and some sweets and some hot chocolate. But you know, in light of this past 6 months, just in the past 6 months, we've had a lot of disturbing incidents happen, and I never thought that I would ever say that this neighborhood would have any of those types of violent incidents happen. And we really wanted to, a couple of folks wanted to get together and sort of bring attention to that, create some awareness, and bring our community together to send a message to folks who might be so inclined to act inappropriately, but also to send a message to our neighbors who have suffered some different types of crime, not just violent ones, but some of the other things like burglaries and thefts and home break-ins. So it's a show of support here, as well as a show of strength of our community. And thanks a lot for coming. And let's get marching to the rec center.
Rec center? Why are we going to the rec center?
And Walter Gottlieb, our president, is here also.
Who's Gottlieb?
Me.
Mary Wise, here comes your car.
I don't have much to add, except I'm really happy to see all of you here in the cold, and thanks for coming out. Somebody mentioned to me we don't want to make it seem like Indian Spring is all of a sudden this dangerous neighborhood, especially with the media here. It's still a very relatively safe neighborhood, but we want to show that we have a low tolerance level for violent crime. We can't have people brazenly shooting folks coming off a bus after a baseball game, a teenager on a ride-on bus hanging out with his friends. That's not acceptable. So that's why we're here. So let's get going.
Yeah.
Why are we going down to the rec
You want to try and get the crowd?
That's where we're going, because it's cold. That's where the hot chocolate
What they did.
Well, it was just
I agree with him. 11. 11 o'clock is here.
No. Good to see you. Okay. Do the boys come up? Where did he go to the game?
You gotta get home and watch the game soon.
Oh, that's good. Be careful.
yeah, I have no idea what they taste like
They were supposed to be, they stood us up.
Hi.
Hi. I'm Valerie cameraman. Hi. Hi.
Watch out, honey.
Just let me know when you're ready. I'm Allegra Tasaki, if you didn't see me in the dark. I'm not a scary person once I'm in the light. Again, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. It's nice to see all of different, streets and neighbors and, representative of who we are here in Indian Spring. I hope you're enjoying the hot chocolate. I see somebody's enjoyed a little too much hot chocolate there. So thank you again for coming out and showing your strength, showing your support, and showing your willingness to band together and for a really good cause. We have Tony Hausner here to talk about a couple of different things like block captains and potentially a patrol. I think you all know Tony's been involved with our Neighborhood Watch for many years. He's also been an integral part of the ISCA board and sort of I call him our neighborhood guardian. And he'd like to say a few words. And I'd like to thank Walter Gottlieb, our president, for helping plan this event as well and get it underway, and for contacting appropriate media sources. It's important for us to get that kind of publicity so that we can get a little bit more speed, maybe, when it comes to reaction to crimes that happen in our neighborhood, and hopefully getting other members of our community to participate and help provide tips to solve crimes. So thank you very much, and I'll hand it off to Walter.
Okay, I'll be brief. At the last meeting about crime, we talked about the possibility of organizing community patrols. That's where a few residents would go out with a cell phone, a dog, a flashlight, and sort of at least make a symbolic gesture, if not report suspicious activity. Could I have a show of hands of people who think that that would be either a viable or a good idea? Okay, so that's at least half. So I'll be talking to some of you. I'd like to form an exploratory committee just to explore that idea. And Woodside has a successful community patrol, and they've offered to have a sort of a team leader from one of the best community patrols in the area come and talk to us, so that's something that we're exploring. Anyway, I do want to let Tony say what he has to say. Thanks again for coming, because it's a great turnout. Tony?
All right, thank you. John Lindsay just left. His wife will be back. They're alternating with a sick child. John, as you may know, is the person who was the victim of the shooting. And we all have tried to be supportive, and I think we've helped them a lot, and so I greatly appreciate what everybody's done for them. As you know, we've had an increase in crime over the past year, and we've got to take action to protect our neighborhood. There's lots of literature over there, particularly Washington Consumer Checkbook articles, very useful. I've made a number of copies of it, so I recommend you read that. There's our Neighborhood Watch brochure. Everybody take a copy if you haven't already. I'd like to encourage everybody to get involved with the Neighborhood Watch, either as block captains or just assisting block captains. That's going to help us fight crime, the community patrol that Walt just talked about. I'm organizing with a whole lot of other groups in the Silver Spring, Tacoma Park area. We're going to have a major summit this spring to address crime in the whole Silver Spring area, because lots of neighborhoods have had an increase in crime. If anybody wants to work with me on that, I welcome that, because we're going to make it a big event. We're going to produce a whole set of action steps that will, once we figure out what's the best way to deal with crime, from both working with the police, working with youth prevention, all of those kind of things. I guess those are some of the thoughts I have. One other thing I want to call your attention to: this coming Saturday is the Purple Line hearing in Silver Spring. There's a well, before I get back to that, there's a sign-up sheet to be a block captain or be a watcher in the Neighborhood Watch. There's material over there for the Purple Line, both literature, a sign-up sheet, a petition. I'd like everybody in this neighborhood to come to that hearing, because if we don't stand up for the Purple Line, they won't build it. There's a lot of resistance, so it's a major issue. And if we don't want the Beltway widened, if we want good transportation transit solutions, we need to be at the Purple Line hearing. And I guess that's all I have to say. So thank you all for being here.
Thank you, everybody.
Yes, Brianna.